This is a segment where we take a board game based on an IP, and I tell you if the IP and the mechanisms fit together and what's a game you should try out. Today we're looking at Christmas Story, which is based on the famous Christmas movie. Let's take a look and see how it plays, and I'll come back and tell you if the IP and the mechanisms match. A Christmas Story major card game is a deduction game where you're trying to find the BB gun and the decoder, know where they're at, without having any bullies in front of you. Oops, I have a bully here, so I would lose the game. On your turn, I can swap with a card in the center, look at it. Now I have this information and put a peek token on it. I can also dare somebody to look at theirs on my turn, and we can swap cards. If they accept my dare, I can look at the card given to me, and I can put a token on it. Now I don't have to have the decoder or BB gun in front of me. I just need to know where they're at and not have any bullies in front of me. If I feel like I know that information, I can then say, I want to unwrap the present, verify I know where these are at without showing anybody, and then show everybody the cards in front of me. It's not a bully. I would have won, and show them where the decoder is. If I dared somebody for a card, let me swap this card with this card, and they had said no, then I would get the leg lamp, and they would have to turn one of their cards over face up, giving everybody information. The leg lamp gives me a power. I can triple dog dare somebody, which means I can make a trade, and they can't say no. If somebody dares me, I don't have to turn a card over if I refuse, or I can peek out one of the cards here, and now I have that information in front of me. The first person to find the BB gun, the decoder, without having any bullies in front of them, is the winner of the game. The IP doesn't match the game very well. I feel like it'd be really hard to take this movie and make a game that's coherent on it. Instead, you're trying to find the gifts that you want out of these presents. And while the IP doesn't fit very well with the mechanisms of what's going on, I do feel like this is a very solid entry-level deduction game that families and non-gamers and children are really going to enjoy. So while I feel like the IP is mediocre at best, and it does work to some extent, has unique artwork, etc. on it, I do feel like it's a very solid deduction game which pulls it up just a little bit. So in that regard, I can recommend this game to you, but on the IP scale, it doesn't hit this target exactly. It does shoot its eye out.